Hello, hello, hello. Nina Addison here, Dr. Nina Addison of Nina Motivates LLC, and I am so super excited to share how to write an introduction, a strong introduction for your book. Now, let me start with saying people don't always write their introduction first. Why? Because sometimes you want to write every single chapter, get ideas of things you want to include in your introduction, and then go write the introduction. And guess what? That is a-okay. And if you choose that way, that's fine. And some people is like, no, I need my introduction as inspiration for the chapters. That's fine as well. There is no exact perfect way that you have to do it this way or that way. Heck, you might write the first 3 or 4 chapters and then go back and write your introduction. And that's okay too. The most important thing about your introduction is that you have a strong hook. Your hook is that thing that's going to grab your audience because the introduction is typically the first thing that people read when they open the book. Let me see, read this introduction and see what this book is about. And so your strong hook, once you want it to be something that people can visualize, that they can see. It could be a dramatic experience, it could be a quote, a scripture, a statistic, a question, or a bold statement. I always tell people, if you know that you'll pick that book up and not put it down, then you can imagine somebody else doing it. I personally like either quotes or dramatic experiences, especially dramatic experiences, because people are emotional. We read and watch things from our emotion, right? And so like for me, I don't watch any scary movies pretty much. Why? Because my emotions get too scary. But you give me a love movie, you give me something that's going to have a happy ending, and you got me all day long. And so you got to look at the emotions that you want to pull out of your audience. And once you know the emotion you want to pull out of them, then you will then know how to start your introduction. If you are writing a book to educate, you might want to start with some statistics. So if I was writing a book, because I am writing a book right now about how to effectively work with people that are special needs or disabled, I could start with something like the growing rate of people born with physical disabilities is at an all-time high. Every one of 4 babies born in the United States of America have a disability. That's going to instantly grab the attention of my particular audience, especially if my audience is people of the corporate world, in the sense of training them on how to effectively work with and communicate with people with disabilities, right? And so you want to grab their attention first. And so that's a way you can use a statistic. A question: have you ever been in an environment where you felt like you were the only one like you? That will grab the attention of somebody who is reading a book about being different or being isolated. So those are just some examples that I wanted to give, just to give you examples of being very creative. You can there's so many tools nowadays. You can use Google, or you can go and use ChatGPT or one of those resources to help you to grab a hook once you know what your story is going to be about. The introduction is where you can address your audience. You want to state the purpose of the book. You want to let them know what they will learn or gain from reading your book. This is like that first meeting, okay? And they say, what, first impressions matter? They matter the most. This is your first impression, okay? You are the expert, and this is your way to establish credibility. Because once I see that you're credible in your introduction, you got me, okay? You got me. So you want to again connect to your audience emotions. You want to touch them and draw them in. You want to make them say, "Hey, I can't put this book down. I got to read this book to the very last dot, to the very last period on the very last page." Okay. And so pour out what you have in your introduction, but kind of sum up what it is that people can expect from the book, it's going to get from the book. And remember to have a strong hook. I am Nina Addison, and I hope that you got some things from this wonderful training. If you, I totally pressed the wrong button. If you would like to learn more, or if you would like to sign up for You Can Publish, where you can do a DIY course where I do modules similar to this, but There are many slides in this particular training, but I wanted to just share one with you. If you are looking to do a DIY course, if you are on the go and have maybe 15, 20 minutes a day just to watch a video, download some handouts, and do the work to get that book published, you could go to ninaaddison.com and register right there. And I promise you, you will get your book done just by registering for this course. And we have a private Facebook group where we get additional trainings and support, as well as you can connect with me on all social media sites. I look forward to reading your book. I look forward to supporting you and seeing you get your book out of your head and into people's hands. Somebody is waiting to read your book. Somebody is waiting on you. So go ahead, write the book, change the life, and I'll see you in the next video.